Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, where let's start off with what I obviously missed yesterday. Yesterday I set up the line that was transporting my new tools to Ankara. And I said, well, there is no real opportunity close to Ankara. I completely missed this forest over here, the sawmill over here, and finally the tools factory over there. I was really not looking clearly at the screen, and I really felt quite shitty about that, so thank you guys for pointing out what exactly I was missing and how easy it could have been to set up this route. Now what I ended up with is building an airport over here, Ankara branch. And Ankara branch was originally located right here. The problem that I got with the airport over here was that there was a lot of noise. The airport generates a lot of noise in general. And right now it seems to be relatively okay. The airport is quite far away from the town, from Ankara. I might even relocate it farther away to make sure that it does not interfere with the Ankara city growth. Because as you can see, it creates quite a large plume of noise emissions. This is the old plume. This is the, I guess, the decaying noise of the aircraft. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the moment I deleted the airport, this should have gone right with it. Because there is nothing moving here. I don't have a train. I don't have a vehicle. There's nothing there. Now, aside from that, I got a whole bunch of trucks which are running through downtown. And unfortunately, there's not too much that I can do about that. Because I am trying to get these things to go underground, or at least I would like for them to do so. To take the cargo that's being transported from the train station and not ship that from here, but let's say start that up from over here and then, I don't know, tunnel my way through Midtown or downtown to exactly where it's needed. That would, however, require me to build a tunnel that goes down here and up there, and I'm not sure if that's possible, but I'm willing to try. Because if that means that Ankara is not going to be suffering from their noise emissions as much, which is currently minus 50% to city growth, then I'll happily do so. So I'm going to say that probably this one and this one are the most important stops. So if I can have a truck come out, let's say about here, then they can go either there or here. That would be ideal. The big question is, can I? Can I go down here into a tunnel? Can I go down fast enough, rather? Apparently the answer is yes, surprisingly. I really hadn't expected that the game would allow me to... Let's see, that's a bit much. Let's go here. Okay, now, there is one more thing. This current stop needs to be relocated. So that's the food line and the goods line. That means that Upper Ankara no longer exists. And the new pickup point is going to be this one. And you can see that they immediately take the lower tunnel that I built here, the new tunnel. They go to here. Then they go to there. And then they go back into the tunnel. So now I'm only polluting, if you will, this area over here. Which I think is... it's a little better. But I don't like this truck stop over here, because they're still causing quite a bit of noise. Let's see. Could I set up the stop? I can start with putting the stop on the other side, because now they're just doing redundant loops. See, now it comes out, it goes here, drops it off there, moves here, drops it off there, and goes right back into the tunnel. I think that that is a more efficient way of doing it. Same for the other one, the Ankara goods line. Manage the line, no more Upper Ankara. New stop is over there. And this one too does the exact same thing, except that this one is tasked with picking up, provided that I set it up right. This was the Ankara goods line. It's only picking up goods. And the other one should only be picking up food. No, not manage vehicles. Manage the line. And from this stop over here, I only want you to load food. Right, hopefully that should save Ankara a little bit of noise. Because the trucks are not exactly quiet, I should say. Emission score of 72. But they're not the only culprits. The trams are there too. And the trams are usually a little better. They're only causing an emission of 65. Which I think I cannot really get that much lower. That's the wrong depot. Let's go with the tram depot. Their minimum emission is 65. That's the best I can offer. So I guess it's just going to be 65 for the trams. What I can do is put the trams on a different maintenance schedule. To make sure that they're going to get a high level of maintenance. And as such don't decay as quickly. And with that in mind, hopefully not make as much noise. Because the older a vehicle gets, the more noise it starts to make. These, however, these are causing 75 emission. I'm going to replace this northern tram line with the Cobra 5.6. And set these guys up on a increased maintenance schedule. Alright, hopefully that's going to save Ankara from a bit more noise. Now, I should see this plume decay over here. Because this aircraft does not take off over that area. Score is still 112. I don't get it. It's not my train station. This was the exact plume for the airport. Alright. In the meanwhile... Yeah, something's really throwing these trains out of whack. There you go. Ankara was not exactly getting a good food supply. That has now been fixed onto these new truck stations. But the truck stations themselves are a little small. Considering the amount of cargo that I'm dropping off here, this should help. And come to think of it, how old are these vehicles? They have an emission of 72. Let's see if I can replace those with something that makes less noise. We got these, the tarpaulins. They have an emission of 67. But replacing all of them is a bit excessive. Because these things only transport 16. And I don't think that the line is even doing that much. Hold on, Ankara goods. You're not supposed to be picking up anything but what I told you. Aha. You're only supposed to be picking up goods, sir. You're not supposed to be picking up food as well. Anyway, the food line. Manage vehicles. Let's sell off 3. And then replace the other 3 with the tarpaulins. And keep those in high maintenance condition as well. And then the other one. Ankara goods. Replace. Sell off 2 because there's usually a bit more goods coming in, or at least in a bigger portion. Replace those with the tarpaulin. Hello? Oh, autosave. And a higher maintenance condition. Okay, hopefully that's going to make Ankara a little happier. Because it did go down pretty damn quick with the amount of population. Now, this is not the only cargo stop that I have. I also have the Ankara Exchange. And the Ankara Exchange is running around with trucks which are delivering cargoes or construction materials. And they're doing it in the exact same stops. So the challenge here is going to be to try and get these guys to deliver their stuff through the tunnel. Although this one is going to be quite difficult. Great. If I need to deliver my stuff over here, then I need to make sure that this stop maintains its accessibility. The other ones here, I could have them go through the tunnel and drop off here, and then drop off there on the way back, but it's a short hop. So to build a tunnel from here to there, well, I wouldn't really know where to do it. Unless you want to relocate this block. That might be a possibility. Provided, again, I can go down fast enough. This is almost a vertical descent at this point. So I would want to end up somewhere over here, I guess. Come on, stay low. There you go. The trick is, where can I come up? Because ideally it would be in the place of that house. But I wouldn't be surprised if the owners of that house are going to have a vastly different opinion. First though, can I tie this into the other tunnel? Nope. Okay, now I have it tied into the other tunnel. That's one bit. And now from here, I might be able to make a bit of a loop. I'm going to try and come up here. This is weird infrastructure right here. It's a lovely house, but it's got to go. Alright. Now the big question is, do they actually accept that as a likely route? And I wouldn't be surprised if they say no. No, they don't give a shit. They do not give a shit. Okay. Hold on. Manage vehicles. Sell off all the vehicles. Yes. Then, the line. I want you to start here. Then I kind of want you to go here first. So, let's say I have a couple of waypoints that might aid in that. So that's a waypoint. And this is a waypoint. Yes. So after Ankara exchange, I want you to go here. Then I want you to go to 4th Street. Then I want you to go back into the tunnel. What exactly is it that you're doing right now? Ah. That's not where I want you to go, buddy. That's not where I want you to go. Alright, extra waypoint here. What? Hold on. I'm supposed to be dropping it off over here. So after waypoint 3... No, after waypoint 3, stop 2. I want you to go here. And then he's going to dive right back into the tunnel, ideally, but he doesn't do that. Okay, how much stuff do they need here, construction materials-wise? Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Okay, let's set up a different bus stop. Sorry, truck stop. Not 4th Street. Take this one. And then they're going to loop all the way back. I just want this truck to turn around. That's all that it needs to do. Just turn around. So after you've hit this one, go here. There you go. Turn around. Dive back into the tunnel. Then I want you to surface over here. Go to Takashita Street. Drop off more construction materials there. And then ideally just go right back into the tunnel. If that's a possibility. Hold on, are you kidding? I can put up a truck stop underneath the city? If that's true, then that changes everything. No, it doesn't quite cover that much. Oh, that's nifty. So as long as you have a couple of exits, it seems. Look at that. As long as you have a couple of exits, you can just drop off stuff inside of a tunnel. Curious. Okay. That means that I might not even have to come out of this stop here. Or come out of the tunnel, rather. No, I've kind of lost the plot. I don't know exactly where it's going. It should be turning around and then taking the tunnel and going through there. So one more waypoint ought to do it. Provided I can get that truck to get turned around over there. Hold on. Since I'm experimenting anyway. Yeah, the game doesn't like that. No, 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 no. I don't want to go up. I just want to stay as a tunnel. Yeah, kind of like that. Stop. Okay, then set up a truck stop. Which is not possible over there. Nope. Don't be like that. What the hell? I'm trying to make a separate part of the tunnel where I can build a truck stop. Look at that! That actually works. Okay. Right. So, let's not go here. Let's go here. No, I don't want to see you coming out of that tunnel. Not at all. Well, not ever, really. You're going to be a creature of the night. You're going to be inside that tunnel unless I dictate otherwise. There. Okay, so now, he starts at Ankara Exchange, goes to the waypoint, tunnels underneath, proceeds to go to the Ankara waypoint, over there, then hits this stop, turns around, goes to the waypoint, goes through the tunnel, drops off the stuff inside the tunnel here, in Takashita Street, and then I need to tell it to go back through that tunnel. So if I add that waypoint, does that count? Yes. So the only part where it's above ground is here and here for just a little bit. Now I think that's about as low as I can get it for the amount of time that these trucks spend above ground. I wouldn't want to be a truck driver in one of these things. Ankara construction materials. Right. So, lesson learned, you can actually put up truck stops inside of tunnels, so long as the tunnel sort of has a connection to the rest of the town. Whoops, that was not exactly what I hoped to delete, but... Anyway, like here. If it has a connection to the tunnel, or to the main town, it works. Let's see, where are my trucks now? They should be just about coming out of the truck stop. Here, I think. Alright, let's do a ride along. There's the Ankara tram north. I think we're gonna take the same route to the junction. To the exchange. Yeah, here's the exchange. Alright, you're gonna go there, I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna pick up the cargo. Provided that there is any, but at the moment not so much. Let's slow this down a little bit. Okay, now it's our turn to load. And once that's done... There you go, there's one of my other trucks going right into the tunnel. Now we might also be waiting for the trams to move out. I'm not sure if I can set up an exit over here on the right side. Because if I can set up an exit on the right side, that means that I don't have to do this weird little turn that he's on right now. Okay, so now you're turning right. By the way, I made these city roads, so the trucks can only do 50 at best. Maybe I should have made these medium country roads, because then the trucks can do about 80. Alright, so now we're diving underneath Ankara. Yeah, see, these things can go twice as fast as they're currently allowed to go. There's a waypoint. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to turn right. Yes. And then we're going to surface next, or actually, yeah, quite next to one of the truck stops. We're going to make a weird U-turn here. There you go. You're going to surface. You're going to find your truck stop, which is here, where the other truck is parked. There, dropping off the cargo. Then, proceeding to make a U-turn. That was a very fast U-turn. Going back into the tunnel. And now we're going to turn right. This is the second leg. And now we're going to do that weird drop-off inside of the tunnel. Should be coming up on our right here. There, where that other truck just came out of. Right here. Oh, the fact that this is even possible. Look at that up-ramp. Yeah, that seems like it's very comfortable for a truck. I think it's entirely possible to do. Oh, Transport Fever, you're... What? That house came out of nowhere. You're such a weird game every now and then. Anyway, I want to upgrade those things. I want medium country roads. Large country roads, ideally, but I'm not sure if that's going to fit. Well, for some part, it might. I'm removing a building. No, I'm not. See, for that last leg, I don't care when it's coming back up, because then it's going to be turning all the way anyway. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so that should make the trucks which are currently going down, like this guy over here, a little faster. Speed, 37, 40, 50, 60. Down you go. Now I should be on the straight part. He's going to turn right. He's going to speed up. There you go. Now he's doing more than 50. Okay, Ankara, are you happier now? I still have an emission decay over here, but it was 112 and it's now 84, so it is going down. Although as far as I'm concerned, that could go a hell of a lot faster. Okay, why am I not getting goods? Where's my train that delivers the goods to Ankara? Is that this one? No. This one then. There you go. Ankara goods, 112 out of 144. Then they also need fuel, and they need their tools, which currently I'm still shipping very, very few of, and the machines. Okay, let's have a look at the tools. That line that I set up in the previous episode, that was completely out of, out of position. Jesus, why am I running around with dirt roads? Must have missed that bit. Wait, one. Because this is really old stuff. And it's... well, it's kind of degrading for my truck income. Come on. Are we doing this again? What the hell? Okay, game. Okay. If that's how you want to play it, fine. Right. So I'm getting a fair amount of planks over here. What's a consumer? Osaka is the biggest consumer? Really? That's over there. And sure enough, they're getting a decent supply of tools, but it's not that much. That's weird. Tainan? Tainan is getting actually more than it needs. So why am I not getting more at the airport? Because this is an expensive airplane. And currently it's only loading... it's barely loading a third of its capability. So is that at the end? The end bit in Ankara. I got 2 trucks. And there is definitely enough demand in Ankara. They want 38. Maybe I need to replace it with a smaller aircraft. Maybe that's part of the problem. Now Ankara's growing again. Emissions are still very poor. Oh. I wonder if it's only my emissions that count. Yeah, these trains are also fairly loud. 82. Okay, so the trams and trains are... No, actually the trains over here are a bit of the culprit. Hello, you're making a lot of noise, aren't you? Emissions. 66, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. What are you complaining about? Why is it 80? Do I have a cargo train that's running operation into the ground here? This one might be making a lot of noise. No, it's 70. It's not that bad. Okay. Who then? You? Because you're coming in from the other side, so it couldn't be you. You have an emission of 74, which isn't great. Putting it mildly. But the other ones... Ankara to Quezon's going north, Ankara Surat's going south, and Ankara Hangzhou is also going north. So it has to be the Shinkansen. Well, I'm going to be damned if I want to redo the entire train track situation over here. That took me way too much time already. What sort of weird humpback road is this? I mean, I know I built the tunnel, but this? No. Right, I think I've cleaned up Ankara enough for one episode. I'm very curious, pleasantly surprised actually, that Takeshita Street over here... No guys, it does not say take a shit street. Takeshita Street. That you can actually have your truck stops underneath the city, and it still covers a fair bit. Does it cover as much as it should? That's tricky. Because I'm not sure if I'm servicing everything over here. But I think Ankara is getting a decent supply, so I must be doing something right. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you soon for the next one.